Alright, I decided I'm going to attempt to give all my secrets away, which are not really secrets, but they're techniques that I use to dial in the tones of Hendrix any song that I hear. And I just wanted to give you the process that I go through, which sometimes I end up with the sound, sometimes I don't. The main thing is you get different sounds and you can use your own sound. The only problem is it may not work if you don't have the exact same rig I've got. I mean, it's not going to work, and some of you may decide to go this route exactly. I probably would have never switched. I love the versatility of it, but I'll show you what I've got going here. It's just so... I'll show you what I've got going here. Push the wrong button there. Okay, there's my tuner. I moved it up front. That's a Vibe baby. That's my Uni-Vibe clone. There's my mini fuzz face germanium FFM2. That's my Area 51 wah-wah. That's my OCD, and then my carbon copy, and then my Framptone 3-banger, which turns the signal into low impedance to go long cabling over to the vintage original 1959 Bassman that has been retweeted. I'm also first going through this vintage 63 reverb, which you will hear. Either way, I go through this process, and I'm going to try to make this as short as possible, where I can dial in pretty much most of the sounds I hear, especially this one. I'm going to concentrate on People, Hell, and Angels, because it all seems to be somewhat the same tone that he's using. Oh, look at the settings here, because this is critical. This is run on 18 volt. I've got the volume up around 2, the gain pretty low, and I don't change these much. If you want to really drive your amp crazy, just turn that volume up past 2, put it over at 2.5, 2 to 3, and you'll really drive your amp. On this one, I've changed my settings. I usually have the volume maxed out, pretty close, not all the way, maybe 9 out of 10. But you can see I've backed it off. I'm more on unity gain here, and I'll show you why I did that this time, and it's actually working pretty good. I hadn't done that, but the main thing is I am not going to touch any of these controls down here on the effects. I'm just going to use my volume and my tone controls, and I think the secret today that I'm trying to get across is that I'm starting to use my tone controls a lot more. Okay, here we go. We'll just go straight into a song. First of all, I don't know, I wanted to let you know that for some reason my volume, and this is a new pot because my old one wore out. This is CTS pot in the volume, and it's got the actual original capacitor in it, the 1964 cap, which I don't know what the standard is, but I forgot. Either way, I noticed that this one I can turn it down, anywhere from 3 to 10, and it really works well. And I've got the same pot in my green guitar over there, and when I turn it down, it just kills the treble. And it could be the capacitor that I have in that thing. I'm not absolutely positive, but I'm just saying that it may not work exactly on a particular guitar unless you get the volume and the cap just right. 250K value on the pot. And my tone control on the bridge pickup is wired to this tone. And the weird thing is both tones actually work. Either one of them works on the neck middle position. I'm not sure if that's the same on my other guitars. For some reason it doesn't seem like it. But anyway, all I did was did that one little jumper wire in there that you can find on Premier Guitar. to make this a tone control for the bridge, and it seems to make both of these tones work on I think maybe just this position, but anyway, that's a kind of a mod. So most of the time I'm playing either neck. In this video I'm going to be a lot in the middle and neck position in between, and I will go to the bridge, but let's start on this song. This is the process I go into. So listen to this song. I wish I had the backing track. I'm afraid to play these darn Hendrix songs any more than 20 seconds. I'm afraid to get arrested. I used to jam to the whole song and they never said anything. I'm not sure, but it scares me now. But here we go. This is the clean sound. Guitars in there, somebody's doing this thing. Anyway, I'm not going to play it exactly like that, but you notice there's no vibe. So here I go. I'm going to kick in the vibe. The vibe is always in cancel mode. I leave it in cancel mode because it's a boost. I'll show you what it's like in true bypass. Here's without the circuit. I just love the boost in the vibe. And these may be secrets to Jimmy's tone, that's why I'm showing you this. Okay, well, we know it has a vibe, so I'll put a little vibe in there. Now you notice that it's a little bit brighter and a little bit thinner when I kick in the vibe. And these are the secrets that I'm trying to share. Everything on my guitar is on 10 right now. This is clean without the vibe. You notice how it gets a little beefier and a little less thin when I put it in cancel mode? Put it in the vibe. So, to compensate for that thinness and kind of less drive, I use the OCD. Watch. So, kind of evens it out there when I put the vibe on. Now you notice that it's still probably a little bright to your ears. So what do? Turn your tone down. Hear that? I don't generally, I go all the way down to 3. One of the points I'm trying to make in this video is that the tone control works a lot like it works on the Fuzz a lot like it would work on your Octavia. You know how they always want you to turn the treble down and put it in the neck pickup to get the octave sound, the best octave sound? Well, the Fuzz kind of has the same reaction when you turn the tone down, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But that's one of the keys. See, it's pretty bright right now. And Jimmy never does the same thing twice. He drives me nuts. Okay, we're going to turn this down to about 6. a little bit too muffled, so I'll turn it just a hair up. So I just take it down a little bit. See, I hit the pickup there, and it went to the middle, and it didn't sound exactly right there. So the key here is to just adjust your tone just a teeny bit back and forth. Here's the bright all the way 10. That's a little bit too bright, so I'm going to go back down to about 6.5. That's just a jam. That's just an easy jam. And I had to switch guitars. There's no way I can do this on that left-handed guitar. Alright, let's go to the next song. So you have a choice on this one, or I had a choice. We know it doesn't have a vibe, so I take the vibe out. Now if I do this, let's turn the treble all the way up again, still in the neck middle. See, it's too distorted, so take off the overdrive. Now it's just clean. there's the trick on this one. So that's pretty close, you know. And then it. Alright, so here's the trick on this. You notice that he gets in there, he goes. All of a sudden he goes to a fuzz lead. This is where the tone comes in on the fuzz. And I'm still in the middle neck. See, it's a little bit too bright, so watch what happens when I take this thing down to about 3. See, you just kick off the fuzz and you're back into that, but you really do have to hit your tone pretty quick to get back at it. That's the trick on that one, that fuzz. And there's really kind of a sweet spot on this thing too, but on the tone between 3 and 5, you can get a pretty cool. That's why you don't have to do anything except touch your guitar tones and volumes and you pretty much got it made. Let's try a couple other songs here. Alright. This one's a little bit harder because it sounds to me like he's playing through a Leslie. But I haven't tried this yet, but let's try it with the vibe in fast. So I got it in the middle pickup, turning the middle tone down to about 3, and let's see. Now this is another trick. See, it's too distorted. So, when it's too distorted, you back your volume off. Now the volume's going to take, backing the volume off is going to take your treble off. So now it's going to sound a little muffled. So now you add the treble back on your tone. So you get the point that I'm making here is I go back and forth between the tone, backing the volume off, because the volume's going to take some treble off, the tone's going to take some treble off, and you just adjust until you get the right sound. And that's pretty much what I do on every song. Now see, that to me sounds more like the neck pickup, I mean the bridge pickup. So, let's see, I still don't like that much, so let's try the OCD in there and see what happens. Alright, so with the OCD I can back the volume off a little more. I'm at a little over 8, take it down to about 8. So you get the idea there. That was pretty close. Let's see what other songs we got on this one. There's a bunch. Probably OCD, high, full volume. They'll probably arrest me for that one. Either way, let's see if I can get this video on there. If not, I'll have to take that song off. But that was just OCD and Vibe. Everything on 10 in the neck pickup. I don't play that song that much. It's a pretty tough one, but